Bread. You probably eat it every day. You probably take it for granted too. It comes in all shapes and sizes: loaves, bagels, baguettes, and buns. Bread has a fascinating history. Keep watching to find out. Remember to click on that sub button and click the bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's get started. The earliest evidence of bread making is from over 30,000 years ago. Back then, people in Europe and Australia would extract the starches from cattails and other plants with grindstones. They would cover a flat rock in starch and then roast it over a fire. This was a type of early flatbread. The bread from back then wouldn't even taste like today's bread because we now use wheat to make bread. The first wheat bread was made in the Fertile Crescent around 10,000 years ago. In Egypt, paintings of bread and the structures used to make bread have been found. Also found were remains of dough from 10,000 years ago. Also, bread was traded for other goods in ancient Egypt. During this time in the Americas, the Mayans used corn to make the first tortillas and tamales. Bread was very important in Greece during the 2nd century BC. It was also during this time period that wheat bread became more popular than other types. In Greece, you could go to a baker shop and buy bread. They would sell honey bread and different types of wheat bread. In medieval Europe, bread was one of the most common foods. Bread would be used as a plate called a trencher. If food wasn't in abundance, the trencher would be eaten at the end of a meal. Trenchers would start being made of wood instead of bread in the 15th century. During the 18th and 19th centuries, bread in England and the US would be adulterated with poisonous substances such as clay, sawdust, and chalk. The governments of both countries told people to make their own bread at home due to these substances. Bakeries would lose revenue because of this. The first bread-cutting machine was invented in 1912 by Otto Friedrich Rohwedder. The first bread-cutting and wrapping machine was made in 1928. In 1961, Chorleywood bread was first made. This was bread made with white flour. White flour is made by removing the bran from wheat. This new type of bread was a lot lighter and softer than whole wheat bread. Chorleywood bread, however, is much less healthy. For about 20 to 30 years, bread made with white flour was only for the rich, until the health benefits of whole wheat bread were discovered. Nowadays, the rich eat whole wheat bread. Recently, chemicals have been made to speed up the bread making process and keep it on the shelves for a longer time. A large percent of you watching aren't subscribed. Please subscribe, it would help me out a lot. See you next time, and thanks for watching.